Hi, my name's Lachlan and this is my IFB 102 project. I've ended up making a Twitter bot that posts to Twitter, um, recording the temperatures and a picture of the outside. So originally I had planned to make a security camera, but that plan sort of fell through after the motion detector wasn't working. I spent days and days trying to get it to work, but it just wasn't working. I don't know whether it was a problem with my end or the motion detector itself, but it wasn't working. So I made sort of a last minute decision to change up my project, and I've ended up doing a Twitter bot. However, though, by this point I was already familiar with the camera and I had the camera working, so I didn't want to ditch the camera because that was a good hardware component to include in my project. So I thought of the Twitter bot, and instead of just knowing the temperature or how windy it is or if it's going to rain, why not have a picture of my backyard so I can actually see what's happening as well? So if I set it to check if it's going to rain, it's going to firstly tweet about it if it's going to rain, and then it will take a picture of the sky, see if it's grey, if it's raining already, take a picture of the rain, the damage of the backyard. So that was my idea with that. Okay, now I'll start with showing you how I made it. So first of all, I opened up my VNC application, which just allows me to access my Raspberry Pi remotely from my laptop. I did have a lot of problems since I had a Mac. I was trying to get PuTTY on the Mac, and it took me through a whole bunch of hoops. Ended up downloading Xcode, which is the Mac developer editor thing. This is just the easiest way in the end. So I open up that and I get my updates, wait for that to finish, get my upgrades, and then we move on. So I've plugged the camera into the camera port on the Raspberry Pi, and just to check that it's working fine, I'm going to take a still picture and upload it to Dropbox to view it. So I'm going to go Raspberry still -o, and then I'm going to choose the file name for what I'm going to save it as. Save it as backyard.jpg. And we're going to take that picture, and the picture is taken. So we're going to check that it's on the Raspberry Pi by looking in our directory with ls, and there it is, backyard.jpg. Alright, now we're going to change directory to the previously created Dropbox uploader directory. And we are going to export the photo by going, this, uploading it, and now we'll upload, and then we can go to Dropbox just to check that it's there. Okay, so I'll fast forward this part. It's uploaded, go over to Dropbox, hit refresh, and background.jpg should show up. And there it is. And that's my backyard. There we go. So now we can get into exactly how I made my project. So first of all, I had to sign up for a Twitter developers account, and once you do that, you have the option to create an app and get your ID keys, and that will be what we use to log in through our Raspberry Pi and post to Twitter. That will be our passwords as such. So here is my final code. I import all my modules I need to, and then while true, everything's under that loop because I have it set up to take a picture and tweet about the weather every 20 seconds, but as you can see, this can be changed to whatever sort of time period you want, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, an hour, every minute. So that is the key for Open Weather, which is the website I use to import my weather data. I wanted the metric system, and that's my city ID, so I had to go and find the Brisbane city ID, so it's local weather data. That's the URL that I needed, and then I had to add in all the city ID and all those malleable bits. You can change them at any time without having to change the whole URL. If I wanted weather data for Sydney, I could do that right now. So now I'm getting into what the Twitter profile will actually post. So what I've got here is this is actually code taken from a GitHub account that I have referenced. He did have a good base for the tweeting part of the picture, but I had to change it a ton to make it work. So those blueprints aren't needed in the final product, but they basically just print what we want to the shell window just to make sure it's all working. Those there are our keys from Twitter. We need to put them in there so that it actually posts. So what I'm showing here is the final thing. The status will be posted, and the status is equal to display. And I have set display right back up the top to be a number of different things. We want display to equal the description, the temperature, the end description, and the picture. And I have set them accordingly. So when we run our final script, Python done2.py, because done1 wasn't actually done, we wait for it to grab the data from Open Weather. Takes a little bit, and then it will run the command for the camera to take a picture, and that will take a picture of my backyard and upload it to Twitter. So we can see that's happening now. It returns the print data that we asked for. And now, because we set it to 20 seconds, it will run the code every 20 seconds and upload the latest temperature and picture of my backyard to Twitter. Now this could be of anything, it doesn't have to be of my backyard. I was going to set the weather data, which would be very easy to change since the code I've made is so malleable. All I'd have to do is change a few words and it would import the weather data, say chance of rain, and then I could set the code to take a picture of the sky. If I pointed the camera at the sky, every time the chance of rain is higher than 50% or something, and it could do that as well. So as you can see, it's taking pictures and uploading them to Twitter. That one was 6 seconds ago. Keep refreshing and it will keep uploading them. My backyard looks like the same every time, so just for this refresh, I put a chair there just to show there's no trickery. It is actually uploading live photos of my backyard. So this has been my 102 project Twitterbot. I've had a lot of fun making it. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've done. Thanks.